kit, the Moments of Joy, and let us know if you've worked on it and how you like it. For those of you who are just coming on and never heard of Moments of Joy, this is the current monthly kit, and you can still sign up to receive this kit before the end of the month. Uh, it's the paper with the three backgrounds sheets that are double sided. So you got actually, what is that? 3, 6, 12 different, how's that go? Be six. Yeah. Six different choices. My math sucks. My math sucks. I was never good in that. But anyway, so you still have time. You can sign up, and it comes with the templates, with the paper. It comes with sentiment cards and these great ideas, digital idea book. And there's another QR code where you can do save the date. You get to join the Kiwi Lane community, which has all kinds of events and all kinds of tools to teach and help you with your creating process. So tonight, like I said, we're using Moments of Joy, and the templates are called Timeless. This is a little snapshot of them, but there's also, they recommend pairing with these kits: Madison Avenue, which is a border set; Ovals, which nest together; and Memento, which was a few months ago was the monthly kit. So if you don't have that one, now is the time you can get it, okay? Because it's in stock. And these are some of the sketch ideas that you get. There's more with the digital idea book. So yeah, we got you covered. But tonight, we're just going to have some fun with what I have remaining from the kit, because I already did one earlier, which let me show you real quick. This is the one I did for the PDF, which is in the digital idea book this month. This is our daughter, Amanda, when she was pregnant. I think it was her first one. And so anyway, yeah, a lot of different things going on here. I am going to take some of the techniques off of here and put them in this new layout so that you can get an idea on how to recreate some of the things that I did. Okay, so speaking of the first one, this is her firstborn. She is now 14 years old. This is Adriana, and I'm going to do a layout with her. I have already cropped my pictures, and most of them are 4x4, 4x5. I do have a couple of odd size. There's a 5x5 and a 5x6. I think this is the 5x6 one. So with that said, let's get going here. I'm going to pull the borders. The borders from Kiwi Lane are the foundation on where you can build your layout. I don't know how many of you guys have ever just stared at two blank pieces of paper for a long time. Well, Kiwi Lane helps get rid of that problem. You won't stare at them anymore with Kiwi Lane. So I'm going to start with the Madison Avenue templates. Put them out of here. All right. So the templates come in 3 sets of 2. And I have 1A and 1B I'm using tonight, and I'm using 3A and 3B. I'm not going to use the 2. You don't have to use all of them. You can just use one, or you can use all of them. And you can put them in any order or layout area you want to, like if you want to go side to side, if you want to go, yeah, right here, turn. If you want to go on the top, if you want to go on the bottom, if you want to go back to back, if you want to do one there and one here like that, you want to go this way, you can do that. Or you can do one way and one the other. Okay, so this is what we're going to do tonight. I am actually going to switch usually I do 1A and 1B, right? That's kind of A side, B side. But what we're going to do tonight is we're going to flip it. We're going to do the B side and the A side over here. Okay. And now, a lot of times you may see layering like this, right? But tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to flip it, and we're going to go like this. So it's a back to back. And on this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do it back to back, like so. Okay, so that's our foundation. As you can see right now, it is already coming to life with just those 4 borders, right? So now the next important thing are our pictures. Like I said, I already cropped them down, but how I cropped them was with the border template or the templates, photo templates. Okay. So you just put these over top and put them in where you think it would look the best. Make a little mark.
They're kind of like a old photo viewer.
Old photo viewer?
Remember that we used to put up
Oh, that's taking it way, way back, way, way back. But I've already gotten these cut, so I'm just going to go ahead and lay them. So what you would do is you take your photo templates and you lay them in an area. If you want to just do this, you grab a few more.
To anticipate the final size.
What you want it to be. And then you can do it before or you can do it after you've cropped your pictures. And grab a couple more here. Well, here's one. Okay. So you get the idea, all right? You can lay them wherever you want. And then we're going to add on top with the accessories. So I've already done this part. And I'm going to lay out the original template or the original photos. I've got this one. And I've got this one. And now you can either put them on top of your border or you can tuck them. I'm going to tuck this one. Sometimes it's a little tricky here. When my nails are getting a little long, I'm getting ready to get a new set, get them cut down, but I got to work with what I got tonight. All right. So we're going to tuck those just like that. All right. You guys can see how this is coming along. Now I've got 2 4x5s, 3 4x5s, and a 4x4. And I'm going to wonky them just a little bit. Pull this border up. You can go straight across. In fact, let's go straight across. And then you can kind of see that look. So if you like that square look all along your page, that's fine. But I do like to wonky a little bit. So we're going to wonky this and this. And then that photo goes there. So you get kind of a nice little look that way too. And I'm going to put this border back over top. Bring it up a little bit. And that is our basic layout. We have our photos and borders. And if you don't like anything really, really fancy, you can just stop there. And then you would pick a paper for each one of these sets of templates and you're good to go. However, with the monthly kit, you get these wonderful templates that you can also add to your border creations. And this is timeless. So we have 2 pieces like this. And I'm going to use it to cover.
I'm going to ask Jody a question. She made a comment here. She said, your layout's only half the screen. It's not the full screen pics. Is it only me? So what I see on the screen is I see both pages, but up on where it goes on to the thing, there's the light blue with the little dots. That's not the whole screen.
Okay.
So,
is anybody else seeing that? Because we thought we had it all set up right this time. Let me look on top just to see what I'm seeing on mine. Yeah, I showed 2 on mine.
Well, I showed 2 here, but I think when it goes to
do you have to flip it? Do you have to do something different to it?
I usually don't, but let me...
Why don't you try clicking on that, see if it'll bring it up.
Let's try. Yeah, we're only in the thumbnail mode, somebody says.
Okay. Did you get it? Click on the actual video part where you have to switch. Hang on, guys. Let me see if I can help it.
It says fixed. Now it's better, so
is it fixed?
I don't know what I've done different. Yeah, it looks like it took up. See, this is what they're seeing now. It's fine. They say it's fixed.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Well, we're only using 1 camera. Like when Susan does it, she has 2. We've got them to start getting them set up, but we need to tackle the 1 first to make sure we got it correctly. Okay, so these timeless pieces we're going to use to cover that seam up. Okay, you can also use ribbon if you want to, or another strip of paper, but this is a perfect little addition to this layout. All right, now some more of these timeless ones. This is really a beautiful template. And on the layout I did for the PDF, I went this way, but tonight we're going to go this way. All right. And I'm fine with it being the pictures tucked underneath. Now, ovals was another featured set. So I pulled ovals 3, and I'm going to make another layer, which goes right over top of that. And then on this side, we've got another oval, oval 2, which I'm going to tuck here. And I'm going to make a little accent area right here, okay? Now, the Memento was also a featured set, and I did pull one from Memento. Drop it right. There we go. Oops. Okay, so I have Memento 3. It's a nice little title or journal space, and I'm going to tuck that right in there like that. Now we've got a few more Memento one or timeless ones. I'm going to put this over top of the Memento. Just a little corner, because this is going to be a little journal spot. That's what I'm envisioning. Okay. Another Memento or timeless. I keep saying Memento. Timeless is this piece. This is number 5. And you can flip these over to get the curve that you want wherever you're using it. You want the look. So we can go like this and see what that looks like. That's not bad. Let me see what it looks like the other direction. Nope, I like it the other way. So we're going to go just like this. All right. I have a couple more. I have this one, Timeless 3, which if you are familiar with the kits, there are little sentiments on the sheet. And this one has actually got a saying on it that we can use this right over top to put that saying on our layout, and it'll look this shape. See what it looks like that direction or that direction. I'm going to try that right there. And then this is the last one. It's number 4. It looks like a little flower, and we're going to build on that, but I'm going to put these on the bigger pieces of Timeless, okay? We'll just kind of set it there. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. The same thing over here. 1, 2, 3. Okay? That's it. In a matter of what? A few seconds, couple of minutes, you got your layout complete. Now you know what it's going to look like as far as the layout itself. And now it's choosing the paper. So what I like to do is I like to take the one that has the most area to see. I use that for my main pattern, okay? And the pattern I chose tonight was this one. I love this so much. I wish I had a few more sheets of it. It is awesome. But we're going to make our borders, our bigger borders out of this. So we're going to kind of move those out. And we're going to lay it on the paper as we designed it. I'm going to pull this one out. So I have it ready. Now I'm going to take a pencil. I like the Kuru Toga pencil. It's a mechanical pencil, but it's a little more than your regular mechanical pencil. It has diamond infused in the lead, so it doesn't break as easy. When it gets close to the end, it will break more, but other than that, it doesn't. It's always self-sharpening in the Kuru Toga, and it doesn't leave pencil dust on my templates. So I'm just going to take my pencil, go right along it. And this is also a good thing to get in those really tight grooves sometimes that you have. So it's a multi-purpose with one little pencil. I'm going to make a mark here. Right.
I had a comment that they love the pattern paper. It's perfect.
Well, Keeperling, they take all of the guesswork out in the monthly kits. All of your paper is coordinated perfectly, and you can choose. They have 3 different main patterns that you can choose to be your main one. I mean, you can choose anything, but the paper is already coordinated for you. So it takes the guesswork out of stuff. And like I said, you'll get 3 double layouts, or if you like to do singles, then you will get 6 single layouts with just one kit. And there's always more extra. All you have to do is add your background sheets. But I'm going to actually use one of my main sheets as a background coming up here too. So that's in another time. But all right, so now I'm just going to follow with my scissors. Good pair of scissors, whatever your favorite. Mine happen to be the Tim Holtz. These are the 7-inch. They're self-sharpening and they don't keep the glue stuck on it. All you have to do is take like I'd use the baby wipes that are just water. Just wipe them off clean. Got to be careful so you don't cut yourself as you're doing it because they're very sharp. But these are to go to. All right, so now we're going to take our Distress Ink Vintage Photo. And this is by Ranger. We're going to dab it with our dauber. This is the way it goes. So I'm not going to do, make sure I have the right one. I want B on this side, yep, and A on that side. So I'm not going to do this side because we're going to cover it up. But I'm going to go ahead and do the outer sides. Now, if they were meeting up together in the middle, I try not to ink that so that you get a complete flow across. When you ink on the edge, it kind of stops the look. So I don't want to do that. But, all right, see how quick that is? And inking to me is really important because it does give you another dimension, another textured look on your paper as to just the plain. Like, see, here's without and with ink. You can already see there's definition on the end. All right, and this covers up any pencil marks or your scissors if they didn't get quite of a clean cut. It kind of covers that up too. All right, so now we've made our first cut. Now we're going to do this one next, okay? For that one, I am using this one. I know the navies don't match. Perfectly fine, okay? You don't have to match. If you try to, it will be heart sickening because you won't be able to get it perfectly. But if you go lighter or darker than what you see in your picture, it'll work. And I went just a little bit lighter, which matches this. And this is part of the kit.
A whole different color palette if you want.
Yes, you can. Well, I was debating on whether to use this with last month's kit or this one because it reminds me of Sailor, her little sailor suit, but I have to do it this way. Okay, make sure I got this right. Yes. All right. So we just lay it on there. Now, if you can't see your pencil mark, not to worry. Now with the Kuru Toga, you can see it on dark. It does write on dark paper very well.
Here's gray, kind of
a silver. You can see it on there. But if you're not sure you can and you don't want to do it that way, there's a little trick. You put it on the back side. Don't flip it and then turn it over. Lay your template in the place that you want it. Then slide it off, slide it under, and flip it over. It's called slide, flip. In that way, it will be in the correct position for the way you designed it.
You want the feature.
Yep. And it'll be just like you designed it, because otherwise you're going to be cutting again. Because you're going to, how did that happen? I didn't mean to do it that way. So, but you don't have to worry about flipping this one because this one's already correct. So all you got to do is just slide it up, right up against it. Make your mark for cutting. And voila. All right, goes there. And we'll get our cutter again. You can also, too, if you just like scissors and you don't have a cutter, these are nice, too. These are the Tim Holtz, the 9-inchers, and they cut a very nice straight line. They're a little longer in the blade.
Less Lee's used to.
Less Lee's, yeah. Lee doesn't get scissors. I'm afraid he's going to cut himself and lose a digit. Okay.
Linda don't handle blood very well.
No, I don't handle, well, I do fine, but yes. All right, here we go. Same process. Now we're just going to cut it. And with the Tim Holtz scissors, you want the wording towards you and these little teeth down as you're cutting. And actually, those teeth are sharpening your scissors as you cut. If you have had these and you see they're a little stiff, you got to keep using them. They will break into how you cut. It might take a few weeks or a few days, depending on how much you cut. But they do get easier to cut with. I still have my very first pair that I bought when Kiwi Lane used to sell them, and they cut wonderful. I just can't get rid of them yet. All right. So this one goes on this side, and this one goes this way. So again, same thing. I'm not going to ink that long side. I'm just going to ink here. And if you can see, there's like a little white core. When you ink it, it takes that white core and softens it down so you don't see it.
Covers up any pencil marks.
Yes, it does. Okay, it's that one. I'm going to do this one.
It's an antique look, so it'd be good for me on the picture.
Yeah. So I have to ask you guys, have you played with your kit? Are you still waiting on your kit? What have you used it for? Like I used it for pregnancy of my daughter and now her little girl. There's so many ideas. You can use it for old black and white photos. Anything. I think the sepia ones would be really cute too. Right. Oh, I love it already. I love it. Okay, so we're going to do this one. And I'm also going to use just a kind of a solid piece, not a lot of pattern. And one that comes in the kit.
And what's the name of that template?
This is Timeless. There's number 6 and number 7. So the kit actually, let me show you here. It focuses on lemons. So if you like lemons, the templates I'll show you in a little bit. They're actually made for creating lemons on these little flower things.
I don't mind lemons, but I really like lemonade.
I know you don't like it. All right. And they're double-sided, so you get a lot of choices for color. And when I say a solid color for this, it might have a tiny pattern, like a tone on tone. Kiwi Lane is really good about making sure that that paper stands out and gives you the best look possible. Okay. So I've already used this, you see. So now this is almost 12 inches. So now I can decide, do I want to do it this way or do I want to do it this way? In saving paper, I'm going to take the widest part and do this, okay? Because that'll give me more of a 12 inch than going this way. It won't give me as much of a 12 inch. All right. This doesn't take long to trace or cut.
You got to hold it down.
Yeah.
And hold it in the same place. But we've had quite a few people join. A lot of the people that I've seen.
Well, who we got on so far?
Well, I won't go through everybody that's on, but there's quite a few. I mean, I'll just hit a few names that I see. Jody, Kathleen Moon was on from Sedalia, Colorado. Sabrina's on. Brenda Bailey's on. Rochelle's on. Brenda Frizzell's on from out Texas way. Rosiano is on from New Jersey. You met her up there.
Excuse me if he messes up your name, guys.
Yeah, it's I just call her Rosa when I met her, but Joni's on from down in Georgia. We're actually in.
Yeah.
I guess we're actually. No, I think we are in Georgia.
Are we?
Yeah, we're in Rossville, Georgia, but we get off at Eastridge, Tennessee, just up the road here.
Getting out of
Ruby Harris is on from down in Missouri there.
Happy belated birthday, Ruby.
And I saw Deborah Bordeaux on. She's from down in Houma, Louisiana. And it's a lot of people. Swim Mom's on. LaDonna Hand.
You're mumbling.
Dixon. I can't remember.
Yes. Welcome, everyone.
course, a lot of these were people, Lisa S. from up there north of Cedar Rapids. So Lisa saw. Of course, a lot of these were multiple things that we fixed. Dawn Ryder song from Michigan. So I think that's Dawn.
Awesome. Okay.
Myers Dawn, I think.
I'm going to use this to detach it because I want a square edge.
Sydney song from out in Oregon. Really nice weather there. Well, I could be wrong because Matthias.
There we go.
This residence is on. That's Dawn. We said she's already made 2 layouts already with this.
It's awesome, isn't it?
This is my granddaughter's age 5 photo shoot at JC Penney.
Well, there you go.
White dress on. So I'm going to put that up in the comments there where others can see it too. Because I'm not sure if everybody can see the comments. Ruby Harris said, "Thank you very much. You know, it's really nice to only be 39." She didn't say that. She just said, "Thanks very much." But,
yeah, I'm there too, Ruby. I'm holding at 39.
Art Savella's on from Carroll in Northern California. She hadn't used the kit yet. That's her point. Julie's on from Rochester, New York. She's on a lot of times.
Well, I hope this encourages you to use. I didn't get my pencil mark very.
Yep. Fort Myers and Michigan.
Make sure I can see it. I didn't get it very. Kind of missed right there.
We just got to practice more.
I know. What can I say? So you guys noticed on that layout I just showed you that I tore the photo. Okay. So I'm gonna show you. Well, and I also tore the edge of the borders. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna do that on this one. I'm gonna show you how much of a soft look it will give you. Now you notice too that I'm turning the paper with my left hand and just cutting straight with my scissored hand. This doesn't take long. In fact, I find it very therapeutic, not fussy cutting at all. Right, so now we'll go this way.
I think a lot of people know where we're at, but maybe some of them don't. We're actually in the Chattanooga area.
Yep, we went to I Scrap On over here in Ringgold, a little scrapbook store over there. Sweet people, Michelle and Kathy are just wonderful. So if you're in this area, I Scrap On.
Yep.
If like the iPhone, Lee had to correct me. I kept thinking it was like have you ever seen that commercial? I'm on. That's what I thought it was, but Lee corrected me. He said, no, it's like the iPhone. Like, okay. But yeah, they were really nice. I did get a few things there. And yeah, we try to hit the local stores if we know they're here. So I don't know. Did you say it was Josie that told us to go there?
Yeah, Josie Poole Robinson from Tucson, close in the Atlanta metro area. She's the one who told you about it. They do a lot of crops, so we're going to try to work with them. They're also part of the air stores, the independent retailers, scrapbook stores. So that's really good. But
there's something else I was going to say. Oh, go ahead.
We got questions. So what are you doing in Georgia?
Well, okay.
This is Dawn asking that. Myers, but
grab that.
So actually, we're in the Chattanooga area. We were just coming down here to go see some things after we came out of Lebanon up by Nashville, and the campground so happens is across the line in Georgia. Right here, about 50 yards from where we're sitting, there's actually a little monument. The Indiana 83rd Infantry was here during the big war. Here.
In the campground where we're at.
Yeah, I mean, we're real close to the
Chickamauga.
The Chipamanga.
Chipamanga.
There we go. Battleground. It's one of the largest battlegrounds that you can tour and see. And there's monuments all over.
Oh my gosh.
It's
very humbling, very solemn.
And also we have on both Linda's side and my side, there's
Native American.
Our lineage is Native American, Cherokee specifically. And this is kind of where a lot of it started, right?
The Trail of Tears. Yeah.
Trail of Tears. We went to John Ross's home just a few miles away from here.
And who is he?
Chief. of the Cherokees at the time, and he was doing the deal with the government on trying to get the Cherokees not to give up their land and have be moved. Of course, they were unsuccessful at that, but so that's kind of why we're here.
Yeah. But the other thing is, so we we had a choice. We could have canceled this part of our trip and stayed in the parking lot at NIRVC and waiting for our parts. So it was like another deja vu of sitting in Michigan. Not that we don't like those areas, but sitting in a parking lot is not my idea of fun for a summer. And so far, we're back on schedule now with our plans, but it looks like now the parts are going to come in, and we're going back on the 30th and the
Of
September, 1st of October. And
once they confirm it, I told them I won't come until all the parts are there. So
well, if they get most of them, the air conditioner is the main thing. We lost an air conditioner, so we went to Walmart and got a couple of fans. I mean, our back bedroom one works great, and we have two in the front. Well, the one that's still working is by the big windshield, and that one always.
It works well. It's just
Yeah,
not
it works
hard
really
to
hard.
take care of. So
All right, almost done here.
Ruby Harris did say this is one of my favorite kids.
I know. I mean, I can't say there's really any kit that I don't like, but this one is really extra, extra nice. Okay, so I'm going to ink all sides of this. Lee, you want to grab that one that fell down there, please?
Fell down?
Well, yeah, I did. I laid it on the table and it fell right down. All right, so I'm just going to cover the edges on all of this one and the other one. Okay. I told Lee, keep me on track tonight. Don't let me. So we don't keep you. Yeah, right here on that stack. It's fine. Thank you. Okay, we got that one. Now let's do this one. Now, Kiwi Lane paper is much thicker than most of the stuff you buy in the store. Exceptions are Graphic 45, 49 and Market. Those are thicker, Minte too. But it's easy to work with. It's not too thick, and it's definitely not too thin. So as you can see, this would look like a flimsy piece, right? If I had a different heat paper, that would not happen. I couldn't do it like this. Okay. So there's our main thing. Like I said, if you want to stop here at any point, you think it looks good, you can stop. No.
There's not a wrong way.
No. So on the one that I did where I tore the border, I'm going to show you how to do that. And we're going to tear this one. Okay. I know I've already inked it, but that's okay because I'm going to re-ink it, but I want to show you how I did it. I just tear following the curve line. Okay. And you want to take the piece and pull towards you. It's going to take a little bit to get started here. And then once you get it started,
the small part that you're going to discard, you take towards you, right?
Yep. Just do a little snip.
Well, Linda told me to keep her on track. So one of the things we did yesterday, we drove downtown. I showed her where the Chattanooga Choo Choo's at and that area of downtown Chattanooga. That's pretty huge train station down there. And tomorrow I'm taking her on a train ride from up at the museum on the north side of town. Just a short one.
Just a short one?
Yeah, it's 1 hour one way. Then you got to walk back. No, it's an hour. Then you get to watch them do a turntable of an engine, and you go back to where you were.
Huh.
I don't know if we'll be on a steam locomotive or.
And you said there was a museum there too. You want to go see?
Yeah. Yep. The last time we rode a steam-fired one, we're at Dollywood, and I think you all saw today.
Dolly Parton passed away.
And that's really quite an impact to country music. So we're all going to be praying for their family and all the people there. I mean, and the people that she supported and took care of. So
you're making me sad. Oh,
sorry, I didn't do that.
So now with this torn, as you can see, it really gives it a totally different look as opposed to there over here, right? Now you don't have to ink it if you want it that bright white, but I'm just going to go right along the edge
Are you inking it less than what you normally?
I'm just doing right on the edge. Nope. Nope. Not any less. Okay. So there's that. Okay. Can you guys see the difference between that and that? It's a lot more soft for the little girl pictures. And I'm going to do this one.
Dawn says that her and her hubby, they love trades. We did the one down in Fort Myers last
The
December.
dinner train.
The mystery dinner train that goes up north and have a meal and you solve the mystery. It was a Christmas mystery. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. I haven't done the pictures of that one yet. I need to
Took
do
Stacy and Vince with us from Scrap Mania.
Yep.
Owner of that.
The only thing was is when you got ready to look out the window, it was a lot of the industrial
Yeah.
part of the town.
Which was weird. Train tracks, you know. And
Yeah.
the other thing that was neat, Linda talked about the ice scrap on store here in Ringgold, Georgia. We visited. One of the people that worked there, I think she's part owner or partner or something.
She's the manager.
Man, she's
Yeah.
from
Cedar Rapids,
Iowa. I mean, they lived there for quite a while. They left just before the flood. And they went to the Carolinas, and now they're up
Here, Ringgold.
Cleveland.
What?
Cleveland, Tennessee is where they're at now. They're
Okay.
kind of a small world.
So we're going to go ahead and adhere these down. Let me get them lined up again. Start with this one. I'll put that right there. You guys are still able to see okay? Everything's
Rochelle
going
said
good.
they did the train in the Black Hills.
I don't know if we ever did that, did we? I mean, we've been to the Black Hills a couple times, but
No, we didn't.
okay.
We've done the one in Wisconsin before.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dawn said Colorado's the best for trains. A lot of historical trains and beautiful views.
All right. Now, this does not go a full 12, but that's okay.
And Ruby said her husband wants to go to Colorado and do a train ride. Can't remember which one, but there's two different ones that he likes. So, Dawn, you might be able to offer some counsel to Ruby on that. I'm sure either one will be just fine.
And make sure I got this in the position I need.
And I didn't mean to get us off on the train.
Well, you're
That's
fine.
what we're doing.
You're fine.
Tomorrow, then we leave here on Thursday and we head north to London, Kentucky.
Yes, we do. All right. I taped my background down tonight, guys, so it would not, the papers wouldn't move.
Well, Ruby, Dawn says the one from Silverton to Durango, Colorado is a good one. And Julie says, Linda, I have a crazy question.
No, there's no crazy question.
There's no such thing as a crazy
What you got?
question. Could you use the opposite side of the part that you ripped off to make an interesting accent along the edge?
You could. I'll show you something else you can do with it. Yes, you could take this. It's not a crazy question. If you want to mess with it, you could take it. Actually, you could do. Oh, this is the right one or not?
But it kind of curls.
Yeah, well, it's going to be that thing, and the only place you could probably do it would be a little ways off of what you already did. You know, kind of. That would be kind of cool. But another thing you can do with these little curly pieces that you torn, take it around your finger and use the whole strip. Okay. Just like that. Put a little glue.
Dawn said the Royal Gorge train. Just wanted to see.
Okay.
So Reuters says hi from Phoenix.
So you've got that. And we're going to squish it together. It works better with thinner.
Gail joined that I was late. I'm trying to figure out why we're talking about trains. Neither the photos nor the paper are train themed. Did we go off the rails? Yeah,
Maybe.
Lisa Bob. That's
Okay.
brought up what we're doing
Well,
tomorrow.
you can play with it, and you can actually make a flower with it. I did that on a layout a while back. This paper is a little bit tough to do it with, but some of the thinner one you could do that. And I put a little gem in the middle, and so you could use it for flowers along the way too if you want to. So yes, it can be used for whatever you want to. If you feel brave enough to put it back on, go for it.
Lisa S., thank you for that. She said, we aren't off the rails, Gail. Just took a conversational
detour. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and ink these two
Julie
pictures.
said no, she meant the opposite side next to the original side.
You could, but it has to, you'd have to put this one over on this side because it would be the shadow of the B, and you have to put the A over, you know what I'm saying? You'd have to use the opposite ones because it won't match up if it's. Grab
But
that one on the floor. Grab that one on the floor. Grab that one on the
It
floor.
could work.
I'll do it again so you see what I'm talking about. I don't want to. But yes, play with your scraps, whatever you want to do. Now, the reason I ink my pictures for the same reason I ink the templates, it gives it definition and it makes it stand out on its own.
Like a snake.
Okay, so let's just go through this here. Move it off. So this is the one that came off of this side, right? So you could do this, but if you want to use the back side, it has to go on this side because this is the, I think you can. Maybe I can't. No, it won't. I don't think it, nope. Yeah, no, it won't because of the different. Nope. The only way you could do it would be like this. Try it and see. I mean, I've done this before where I've torn it off and just put it a little ways away, and that gets a nice effect too, where you get that valley and back up the hill. So,
Oh, it's a good comment, Julie.
okay.
And Gail said if you spray water with, if you spray your paper with a little water, it's easier to manipulate into a flower shape.
Exactly.
And I know you've done them before where you take water
but-
and actually
But when I'm
tissue paper, especially.
when I'm doing a live though, I don't want to have wet because it does take a while for the paper to dry, and I don't want to get it missed off. But yes, Gail is 100% correct. It's a lot easier to tear it when it's wet. Okay, so I think I want to mat a couple of these. I think I'm going to do this one and the one at the top over
The
here.
pictures.
Yeah, mat the pictures in just plain old white paper. I pulled some cardstock. I did pull some specialty papers too. I use two pens.
And that's a good comment too, Ruby. She said she has been inking her pictures lately, and it does make a difference.
Okay, so just plain white cardstock. And this is a little thinner one, so it's not going to add so much bulk to my layout.
And you can actually go through and measure and cut, but Linda kind of,
I think others do too.
and then if you don't get quite enough, you can always go back and.
So in doing this, these pieces are really fun to work with. We'll save that off to the side.
I think they've seen you do like bows before. Or...
Yep. Maybe just a little. Oh, didn't give it enough.
Oh, get your fingers in there.
Oh, I won't. These I like to use the shards. So, okay, I got that one done. And I think I'm going to do this one also in white. You don't have to mat all your pictures. If there's a couple you want to highlight and accent or just one, that's what I would do. I
And
feel like
the matte templates, they're really handy
yes,
to have.
the photo mat templates, yes. Oh, I didn't ink this one.
or making the mats, and also are good for other things too.
If you want to create on them too, and then stick that on your page, you can do that. So create on each one of the photo templates, cut a
And if you
square.
have something that you want to do a lot of journaling on, that can also be a nice journal box too.
Yes, they can. All right. Let's get these done. Oh, it's not right. And this one. There we go. I've done that once or twice. Now let's ink these. You can leave them stark white, or you can ink them. I like to ink just about everything. If I could ink a gem, I'd probably ink a gem. So are you all watching from YouTube or from Facebook? How are you watching this live? Just out of curiosity.
Each person's watching, actually.
You can?
Yeah, but
Oh,
looks like most of them are YouTube.
perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna slide this under. Sure I'm square. There's that one. Okay. And this one I am not gonna mat. This one's gonna be tucked up here. Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, Dolores says YouTube. Julie says YouTube. Gail says you can ink gems. You got to use alcohol markers.
I'll leave it to her to.
Well,
She surprised. I know she surprises me so much. I love it. I absolutely love it. Awesome. Okay.
a lot of it's at YouTube, but when I look at, there's icons of what they're in. I think everybody's at YouTube.
Awesome.
Just Facebook is so. And Ruby said she just went through the circle, whatever it went.
Okay.
It's YouTube, but she's on there.
All right. So we got that one. Let's go ahead and ink these up, and we'll get these laid down, and then we'll start doing our accessories.
Lisa on YouTube too. I know. Gail said, "I am the queen of random knowledge."
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. All right. I may map that one too. Let's just wait and see what we got here.
Yeah, the random knowledge you can get, we could like spinning a roulette wheel. Wherever it stops, you just have the answer to the question.
I still love those Geth pens that she hooked us all onto. Those white, gold, and silver. Absolutely love them. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put a adhesive on. We'll just do a couple. I usually add a little more adhesive probably than a lot of people, but my books get a lot of tussle. Not just hauling them in the RV, but when we go places and we take them for people to look at, they get jostled around. So I want to make sure my pictures are down. There's that one. And I left a little bit of space on most, so I could get most of these tucked in, but that's another tip too. So if you don't want to rip it all up to get your photo underneath, just do a little bit.
Yeah, so I can't remember where my keys are half the time, but I can tell you the best way to remove a Sharpie from anything.
I love it.
A Sharpie. Yeah, sometimes those stuff remove too well.
And I think I'm going to go ahead and mat. I don't know yet. I'm going to leave this one out because I'm not quite sure if I want to mat it or not. But let's go ahead and do these. I'm going to show you a couple little tricks on these pieces. All right. I'm going to use here. Nope. Yep. Yep. I'm going to use these two pieces, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this. Make sure it's the right one I want to do. Yes. Okay. I'm going to make this one. Okay. Gotta go this way. Here. What's the other thing? It's darker back there. So we'll trace this.
Gail said, did you know you can use milk to take a Sharpie off a leather couch?
Yes.
She said, I wish I didn't have to know that one.
Yeah.
Is it skim, 2%, or whole milk? Which would it be, Linda? Or is it lactose free?
No. Well, we had whole milk is what we did. Okay. So I am going to cut. No, I don't have to. That's what I'm doing. I don't have to. I'm going to leave it like this. I don't need to trace the inside of this one. Okay. And then I know I want this little one to also be blue. And what I can do is use it in the middle because it's not going to hurt anything. And we'll just poke through and cut it out. That way I've got more paper I can save. All right. That one.
Would you want to be closer to the edge on that to save more paper?
No, because no. This is what I want to do. Because I'm gonna you give me a hard time tonight, don't you?
No, it's just a question. You know?
Oh, okay. No. So now I got that bigger piece. So let's go ahead and do this one. I love the little X's on here. And I'm gonna show you how to accentuate the design of the paper where pen and paper meet and coordinate together perfectly. You'll see in a second what I mean. I won't get it all done now, but I want to show you what I am going to do to finish it.
So mom says mosquito repellent would take a Sharpie off your brand new garage doors. Don't ask me how I know that.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Well, yeah, some of these ideas to our little granddaughter Everly. She would like to.
She's a good girl. All of her grandkids, I don't think, colored on the wall. Unlike their Nana, which I was on the back of the couch, I guess, when the preacher's family was over one Sunday and wrote with crayon all over mom's wall, as high as I could reach.
Well,
Okay.
so one of our kids can get it because I also did crayon stand on the back of the couch.
Okay, so I'm going to poke this. Oh, I need that circle, right? So I'm just going to go in a little bit. Give it a little poke.
Mary Boltman says, happiest Tuesday. Where are y'all staying?
What's the name of the RV park?
Well, we're in Rossville, Georgia, so right in the Chattanooga metro area. It's called Holiday Travel, I think. RV park. We've been here years ago. Right on some of the Civil War battlefield area.
All right, now I'll smooth it up here.
Gracie come out good today. We went up to PetSmart.
Oh yeah, oh, boy, filled a basket full of snacks and she's good to go till we get back to Florida now.
Snacks, treats, and a couple toys. And a bone.
Yeah, two bones. She's been gnawing on the one already today. Okay, ink this up.
And from here, later in the week, we'll be going to London, Kentucky.
Oh, I do need to do this. Sorry, guys. I do need to do the inside circle.
Do you have to poke it through?
No, this one I'm not poking through. This one I'll cut into the side because it's going to be tucked under that picture. So I'm going to take the side that I'm tucking and go into that line that I made for the inner circle. And when you tuck that piece, you're not even going to know it's there. Okay. Now ink this inside. Okay.
Well, Mary says, come visit us at the Villages in Florida. We are snowbirds from Wisconsin. Well, we're snowbirds originally from Iowa.
Yes.
We're in Fort Myers, Florida. We'll be heading that way early October and be there until next May, we're hoping.
Okay, so I'm taking this one that I had layered over top.
We have some friends that live at the Villages. Have a great time. So we come and see grandkids, and we travel and see the great country in our motorhome in the summertime and go get things repaired this year.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do the inside so you know what I have that used for. So this is the sheet I was telling you about that they have all kinds of sayings. And I want to say, live well, laugh often, love much. That's the one I want. Okay. Now, because I want it to tuck underneath and not, I want it underneath or on top. Which way do I want to do it? This one's going to be under. So let's just do this one over, I think.
Gail said they moved into a house years ago, and the first thing their 3-year-old daughter did was take a black crayon around the lower level and mark a line on all the walls.
Oh, that's, yeah. Our daughter's the one, she cut her brother's hair. And that, I think, was the worst that they did to each other. But except for Matthew, the one time he was running down the hallway.
But was it him that cut her hair?
No, she cut his hair.
Okay.
And then he was running down the hallway, hit the ironing board, cut his tongue almost in two. That one was a bad one. All right, eat this piece.
Gail says, so toothpaste takes crayon off painter walls, and orange oil will take it off with pen.
Now that did not work for me on the toothpaste. But we did do baking soda, and that did, and vinegar, and that did take off the crayon when I wrote on it.
Beth Cooper joins Lee and Linda turning in late.
The sassy scrapbooker.
Wyoming.
The sassy scrapbooker. So if you see her online, that's her, guys. You know, we should have started with a anonymous name, Lee. Oh, he's giving me a look. All right. We're going to do this one on top so you can see the difference between on top and cut out underneath. Just a little bit of a burr. Fix that. All right. Let's put this one on.
Yeah, you're right, Rochelle. It's been a pretty expensive summer for us guys. She needs brakes and tires for the car, and it's expensive.
Ugh.
Yeah, the good news is we have an extended warranty because the Charlotte was almost $30,000 by the time we got to that. A lot of that was warranty. And this one's going to be.
Well, we only got to pay about $1,500, it looks like, out of the $6,000.
Yeah.
All right. So this is on top. And this is going to go on top here like this. Okay.
But when we put tires on next year.
That's $1,000 a piece. And how many tires are on there?
Well, we're going to be doing the two front ones for $1,000 each, and a little bit less for the 4, 6 that are in the back. And then we spent another $5,000 because we put all new batteries in, if you remember right.
Yeah.
Those aren't covered by warranty.
Okay. So that's going to go there. Still not square with the world here.
You also, well, now you got to tell us, Linda, what would your anonymous name would have been?
So funny. I have no idea. I love the sassy scrapbooker. That's what would my name be? Nifty Nana, maybe. That's kind of cool. Jushin Jenny. Jushin Jenny. All right. see some place I missed on the ink here.
No man, Nana, in it.
Okay. Over this way, just a tad. A little more. There we go. Okay. Cool. Now, what did I do with the cat? There it is.
Gail said she's grateful because her hubby gets parts and costs and can work on their cars himself. A friend of ours asked us if we carry a spare for our coach. Well, the tires in the front are 365, 22 and a half. So they're so heavy, I couldn't even lift the tire. Linda and I together couldn't lift the tire if we had to.
I know, right?
Some you'd have to jack up. No, we don't have a spare.
No. Okay, so this one, I want this center to be left alone because I want to use that, like I said, is her. I'm going to journal it. I'm just going to write that little part. Kind of changed it up here a little bit.
And we talked about that Sunday night on journaling. A lot of times you'll see that Linda don't journal it all in because she gets to it later, and sometimes it's personal stuff. So I try to get people you want them to focus on the scrapbooking techniques when they come and look at her books versus.
I just think how it's easiest way to do this. Think. Do I just cut this and stick it underneath? I could probably do that. Okay, I'm going to show you this. I could just cut that out, put it under there, but let me show you a little trick. Okay, this is the one that was over here. That's actually the inside of this to make that one, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it there. Do you guys remember the little tracing disc? I think I want the tiniest one. Where's the there it is. There's four set. They call them quilter's disc. It's the same thing as Magic Matters. If you have the Magic Matters, that's perfect. You can use those. But what I'm going to do is take this and put it on the inside. Okay. Usually you want to make it bigger. I want to make it smaller. The outside of this is right up against the line on the template. So I'm going to take this and go inside a little bit. There we go. And that's going to give me just a little bit of blue. I think I want to go a little more. Let's do one more. That red one I had out probably.
Gail said, I just telling you through the screen to use your tracing display. You heard me.
Great minds think alike, Gail. Right? That's the old saying. I think that's a nice bigger one. Well, there's so many ways to do the same thing. It's so many ways to do the same thing. It's just a matter of which one do I want to show you?
Which method do you want to choose for your madness?
Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. All right. And this one is 5 millimeter, which is close. It's almost a half an inch difference, isn't it? No, it's more of a quarter of an inch difference. About a quarter. I was looking at the wrong side of the thing. Okay. So now, detach this.
Almost 25 millimeters to an inch.
I like to detach it away from the big piece. Gives me a little more smooth cutting. I don't have all that bulk. All right, follow that one line.
As you get older, you really don't need paper cuts between aspirin and blood thinners and everything else.
All right.
Feels that I'm honored to think alike.
Oh,
That's towards you. It's not me.
you're a sweetheart, Gail. I think the same of you. Okay, so now.
It's on the floor.
No, it's okay. It's just the
It's okay.
disc. Yeah. They just hopped out of their little home. I got it there. Okay, so I'm going to put this on. And I just want to go on the outside. The yellows almost match on the different papers in this collection, like almost look the same. I guess it's not about matching. They're really close. Like this is really close to that. So just keep that in mind.
And you're doing really good. You're just a little over now.
Okay, so we're getting close. Closer. Okay. And then, do I like that one? So I can put my flower there, cover that piece up. Yeah, I do like it that way. And
Yeah,
then,
enough for the journal.
well, this is going in here for the journal. Like that. So it's not going to see a whole lot. And before I do that, we'll just leave it like this. I may change my mind and not use that. And that's okay. Along the way, if you change your mind. And I may not mat that after all that because that looks pretty good. Okay. Next pieces are, let's do this one, the small one, and then we'll do our flowers.
Looks like a key.
Looks like a
Or
key.
each one in your right hand.
I know, right? So these
A box bridge.
actually will go over here. Like you could do this. This one here. And then you can use these to fill in this little hole. It's a good day to have a good day, or you are the love of my life.
Got a lot of choices.
Oh, I know. Do I want me? I think I like this one. It's a good day to have a good day. I like that. Okay, so we're going to land there. We're going to trace the whole thing.
Dolores Rush wants to know, Linda, how do you come up with your scrapbook design before your lives? I don't know if they really want to know. It's kind of, a lot of it is wings. She gets an idea. She knows the pictures she wants to use, and she'll print her pictures. Sometimes, if there's a certain die she wants to use or something, she may do that ahead of time. But the rest of it's kind of on the fly. Like right now, I can tell she wasn't sure what she was going to do, or she knows kind of rough idea. But how would you answer it?
That's about right. How do I know? The way the templates were designed, the system, the first thing is design. Trace, cut, ink, replace. The first one, the one that gives you the thumbs up, is the design. So for me, I do exactly what Kiwi Lane is, how it's supposed to work. I lay the templates out. I start with the borders. Then I put my pictures. I actually use the photo templates. And then I use them after I get it where I want. Then I go back and I crop my pictures how I want. Put those on. Then start doing the accent stuff. Like I had this over on this side, but I think I'm liking it more on this side. So you can change it as you go. When I scrapbook, the design process is the most important part of Kiwi Link. If you
But don't be scared of it.
No.
Don't let it put a mind block on you.
So that's why Kiwi Lane come out with the books, so you don't get that. Like Elise said, don't be scared of it. So they come out with all those design books, which the new one will be coming soon. I can't wait. That gives you ideas. They already have layouts, or like on the QR codes for the digital idea book with the monthly kit. You can go ahead and just use those sketches, and you can do it exactly like they do. Or if you see something like, oh, I don't think I want that there, I want to move it over here. It's a freedom when you design and you get that look that you said, hey, I like that. If you don't like it, My rule of thumb is add another layer.
But you
Simple and
usually
basic.
don't conform. I've never seen you use the books that much.
No, because I do the design with I do that first step. I design myself. The only time I look at those books, to be honest with you, is when I don't have anything else to do. I'll sit and I'll look at the books. Or if I know I'm teaching a specific class and I want them to all make the same thing, I will do that. Use the book. But it's just a matter of what I think looks good to me. So don't worry. Just the system works. If you play with the system like it's designed, design, trace, cut, ink, replace, it will play very friendly. Okay, so this one, I don't know. I really like that green daisy. And I do like the red single or the double.
The other thing
Right.
also, Linda, there's times when she'll get into it and she'll just go grab a piece of a specialty paper
Which we're gonna use.
that she may have from years ago or some of the layout that she had an idea and she'll just use it for some reason.
And the other thing is, like, when you see this one, it does look like a key. It'd be so easy. Let me grab a piece of paper. We'll just use this one. Okay. Everybody says, oh, this looks like a key. Well, let me show you how you get it to look even more like a key. I like to take designs. Not quite right enough. Yeah, that'll work. I like to take the template and make my own designs. If I need a key, what do I got to do to make this piece look like a key? Right?
Put some teeth in it.
Put some teeth in it, right?
Well, there's a skeleton key. Then you put a face on it, 2 eyes.
You can use a hole punch here in the top. I know I'm kind of veering off topic here, but I'm going to show you. This is what I do. Make what I want.
I think you guys have seen Linda's made a puppy dog before, a big head, and she made a Grinch at Christmas one time. She made several different things that wasn't really the full template.
Regular hole punch. Starting to look like a key, don't it? Say, which way do I want it? Do I want it that way or do I want it this way? Let's go this way.
Left hand or right?
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go up here. And I know it's a little skinnier. If I want to do a little more design. Now, if you don't want to do it freehand, you feel better doing it where you trace it and put it down, you can do that, okay? This is
Of
thin
course,
paper.
now it needs a fob. You don't need a key.
Make whatever design you want. And now you got a key. Okay? And it's just rough cut, but you can trace it and make it however you want. But so take the template. If you're looking at it, it's like, man, I wish that would be such and such. Well, then just make it. It's so easy. You guys can do that. Now, what do I do with my little circle areas? So hope that answers your question. I design. I've been doing Kiwi Lane since 2010. I was a creative partner. I started in 17. The day I started using Kiwi Lane is the day that my brain was able to be satisfied with my scrapbooking. I was always making my own templates, so to speak.
Sometimes trace out a magazine.
Yeah.
Make your own.
I did my own embellishments and stuff. So for me, this was easy because it took all that stress out. I didn't have to cut it ahead of time. I was using 0.4 scrapbook adhesive, foam square.
Elevators.
Lee calls them elevators. We're just going to pop that little piece up. And that's going to go there. And I think I'm going to pop it up again. Let's just go right along there with our 0.4. Right. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use that memento. I think I'm liking it just like it is. I get to these flowers. I'm going to do a little zhushin. Oh, that's cute. It's a good day to have a good day. All right. So put that one over there. Now, I was going to tell you about this. Let me see if it's in here. Here it is. Okay. So Gwen stuck us on these Geth pens. Really, Gail did. Gail did.
So we can blame Gail for
we
this.
can blame Gail. Yep. Okay, here's my white one. That's a 0.06. We'll use that. I have 0.06, 0.8, and 1.0. Okay, remember the pattern I told you on these? Use that to your advantage. All right. Those little X's that are on here, I'm just going to go right in the middle of them and put a little white dot. You could stitch on it too if you want to. But if you want to use the pattern, can't see it.
Gail said I made my own templates on a chipboard before Kiwi Lane. I could never find what I wanted, so I made it.
Exactly.
I want to still have some of them somewhere, but Kiwi Lanes are so much better.
So I'm just following the pattern. This one's a little smaller. It would look better on that one because it's bigger. But we'll just do this for now. And you just do random, a little bit, follow the pattern.
Thought this is good. Julie from up New York said, Susan, Debbie, and Shiloh really did change the way many, many people scrapbook. They made an amazing product.
They did. Definitely did.
Gail says, blame away. I'll take credit for the white pins that actually work.
Yeah, I actually had to throw my first one away. I finally used all of it. So, okay, well, that'll give you an idea. It's kind of like making little dots on there so that it stands up a little more. You can see it already, just that little bit gives a pop. So I will do that on this one. I won't do it all right now, but you'll be able to see, hopefully. So you're using the texture, which the pattern on the paper is a texture. You're enhancing that texture. Okay, can you guys see that? You see how the difference, how it really pops up off of the page as to not having it on there? All right, so I'm going to be finishing doing that. But let's go ahead and get these flowers done. On what I had decided to do is to take some specialty paper. Since there's only the two, we're going to kind of zhuzh up our layout. I have this really pale glitter, and I think that's going to look really good. I also have some dark yellow vellum, kind of lemony. I have the white one, I'm not so sure. This one, we're going to use this one. And then, is that another one? Where are you at? We have gold.
Dolores says, I love to see you all doodle on your embellishments.
That one. I have a blue vellum. Okay, so which one of these might work? I'm digging in my stash. Okay, so I've got that one I don't care for. Maybe. Here's the darker yellow, but I think I like the pale one better. I've got.
And I agree with you, Gail. She said, I think it's more than just the great products in Kiwi Lane. It's the support and the events and the additional inspiration
Yes.
thing here. That really makes a difference.
Definitely. Ooh, I do like that. Not that. What's this one? So I have a little box with all my specialty papers. Nope. And so we're going to just kind of pick here. Okay. That can be Stillman. Okay. I think I'm going to make them out of this creamish color, because it's going to pick up these little flowers. I'm just, even it's in my stash, it's okay to use, right? We got to use it. So I'm going to trace the base, the whole thing out of one. This here, get up a little bit. Now, so you're going to see these here are supposed to be the lemons. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use it as leaves. In fact, I'm not going to trace both of them. I will just trace one. Because I didn't do lemons on my other one. And I want to keep the flowers a little bit on the lighter side, because there's a lot of navy in her dress. And there's the navy on the borders and the ovals. But I want to make a foundation, something that I can build up on. You don't have to. If you just want to trace it like this, you can and put it on. You want to go simple. I don't do anything simple. All right, so I'm going to make this a leaf, but I'm just going to go part way. And I could do 2 leaves on that. I'll go ahead and trace it, but I don't know if I'll use both of them. I may cut that off. Okay, so there's one. And I decided it to do like that. I do like that. All right, so this will be my base. And I can't tell you how many times I use one sheet of specialty paper, and I get so much out of them. I know they're expensive sometimes, but just using it a little bit on your layout, you can justify spending $2 to $3 for a sheet. Okay.
They really do expand though, and great supplements and complement to your layout.
Okay, I'm doing the outside. Not worried about anything but the outside. So I'm going to build it up. And if you don't want to put all these flowers on like I'm doing, if you want to, like Susan the other day, she didn't trace the flowers because she knew she was going to put a flower in that area, and that's fine. The reason I'm doing it is because I may wonky it a little bit, and this paper will show up in the background. So it's going to give me another layer, a little shadow kind of effect, and a 3-dimensional, however you want to look at it, to that flower. And you're going to cover it up and get some place for it to stick if I want to make it ahead of time. And all these pieces here are supposed to be lemons, but like I said, I'm going to use them as leaves. I think I got it. Okay, let's get these cut out. Catch it. The other thing I might use this specialty paper for is like something here like this, or a strip between borders or on top. Specialty paper or ribbon is really nice for that. Easy peasy. I'm still breaking these scissors in, guys. I missed my red ones, but I keep telling myself, nope, keep going. This will break in soon. I mean, it's better than it was a few months ago. But they're comfortable scissors, so I don't mind cutting. Is Gracie up in the front?
Yeah.
Okay. She has this toy that makes noise, and she took it out just before we went on live
It's over here about my right foot.
and it makes such noise. I'm thinking poor everybody's dog in the neighborhood is going to be wondering what that is and wanting to come and get it. So. Okay.
She gets spoiled a little bit with toys.
A little bit? A little bit. Daddy's the worst. He always says, go get her a toy. It's like, I come in for snacks. Go get her a toy. So she didn't get just one toy. She got 3 toys.
She appreciated the first one.
She got a purple giraffe. She likes things that she can put in her mouth and keep it in her mouth.
They're small.
Yeah.
You gotta be kind of indestructible.
Now, on these specialty papers too, if it's bigger than a quarter, a scrap, I keep it. Because I'll take my regular hole punch the holes in those little pieces. I put glossy accents over top, and it will make homemade enamel dots. I usually have a little bucket that I'll fill them up with, and then when I think I need some, I'll make up a few. Or if it's a specialty paper one that I want to use, like on this layout, if I want to do certain ones, take the paper that matches it and make it. Well, this gives me an idea where those lemons are. Okay, we're going to make like little buds where those lemons are.
Gail said, I have so much ribbon and I always forget to use it. I have to do better.
Ribbon is one of those things that hide a multitude of flaw. I hear her up there. She's snoring.
She's sitting right there.
Is she sitting or she's snoring? Oh no, she's sitting. I thought she was snoring.
I think she's waking up.
Are we on Eastern time?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
And we're at about an hour and a half, so.
Okay, we're getting there.
It's wrong. 8:30 for her.
All right. Got that one. See, you can even just leave it like that if you want to. But we're not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Okay.
I'd be disappointed if you did.
So when I go scrapbook shopping, he goes with me. And he always goes down an aisle ahead of me. And he's like, you gotta see this. You gotta check it out. It's like, I haven't checked this out here yet. He's like, no, but you gotta go check this out. So I go back and check out what he's looking at. He's so nice. He carries the basket. And I usually ask, do you want another basket? That one's getting pretty full.
You had to stop, put more air in the tire.
Oh,
No, not really.
he's good.
Close.
He's a good husband. He doesn't say much. Won't do him any good anyway. He knows my scrapbook is.
So if I go to Walmart, I gotta talk to him. Say, hey, you need a greeter?
It's not that bad. All right. We're getting there. See, it's not that hard to cut this out.
Gail said, I started saving my tiny scraps, and I blame you, Linda. I punch out tiny flowers, stars, and hearts to have ready to add to projects, mostly cards.
And it helps to have it ahead of time, right? You don't have to go digging through the gems and the enamel dots. You just like, oh, I can
They're
use
just
these.
fun to add on, especially if you've already punched them out. It just makes it nice.
Well, plus the only thing extra to be honest with you, you're adding glossy accents and you're not spending a lot of money. $5 for a bottle of glossy accents, and how many can you get out of a bottle? I have yet to empty. I think I just emptied my first glossy accent bottle, but I buy the big one. But I mean,
Laura says my hubby goes craft shopping with me too.
Awesome.
And I've seen Sabrina Gishis go with her too.
Now this, I'm going to take my smaller dauber. I love the handled ones. Gives me a little bit more to get into corners. And I'm just going to do the stem part, okay, to save time. The part that I know is probably going to show. Okay. All right. Because I'm going to cover over the other. And if I get a little extra on there, that's okay. We just call that shadowing. Doing a little shadow, a little shade.
Well, if it's a paper that's got like ribs, like where it's relief. Or
that's what this is.
Yeah, I've seen you before take and just give a quick brush across. Yep. Put the color across on eye spots. Okay. So now let's start making some of these little flowers and leaves and blossoms, okay? I'm going to take, I think I could do both of these. Let's see. What would that look? No, that's just too yellow. Just too yellow. We're going to do this. Rochelle says, my husband goes with me too. He sits in the car and calls me when it's been an hour.
I love it. I love it.
Places have a nice little room in the towards back where the
slide.
I guess you call it craft room or a crop room or a classroom. I go there and sit, get caught up in emails or whatever on my phone.
He does. All right, so I'm going to trace the flowers. That one. I'm going to move it here a little bit. I'm going to trace this one. Move it up. I'm going to trace this one. I think that's all I need on that one. Little one.
So you're just selecting the flower part of that template.
So I got it. Slide, but this way. All right. There's only 2 on here. There's 1. See, you're not using very much of the specialty paper. This is Doodlebug, actually. And they're probably one of the most expensive. I don't think price is on it, but I know it's at least $3 for the sheet on this. Okay. Now we're going to cut those out. Wait, why did I do the inside? It's supposed to do the outside of that one. I was thinking about it. All right, we'll just do that. Why didn't you say something, Lee? I just did the wrong one. Is that the right way? Yes. I'm thinking ahead, thinking, oh, I know what I want to do with that inside. And then I didn't trace the right one. All right, there we go. Now we'll get these cut.
Good point, Gail. Told Rochelle, she said, that's funny. Her husband follows her around the store and keeps adding stuff to the basket that she's waffling on, can't decide whether to buy something. And she can't decide if he just trying to be helpful or just gets him out of the store sooner.
Lee does the same thing. Exact same thing. Now these are rounded pretty much on the top. And I'm kind of giving them a little point instead of that round. Because I've got a lot of round areas, right? So I kind of made it. Let me show you. See, I made them a little more pointy. Okay. So you don't have to do exact. And that one's going to go there. We're going to come down a little bit. We're going to take advantage of that background. Same thing with these. They're not going to be perfectly round. I'm going to make them a little bit more jaggy. It doesn't take long to cut them. Is there? Maybe just a little off center for that one. Do this one. Doodlebug paper does, the glitter paper does leave a little bit of glitter, just FYI. It's the only one that does. It's the really cheap stuff, but good
So
glitter
you
paper
can ask
does.
that if you have to.
Yeah. I'll blow it off or get my little vacuum out.
Sabrina said her husband Neil did ask why she needed 3 crimpers.
Actually, there's
Explain that they're all different designs.
there's actually 5 I have.
I think she didn't want to push her luck. She didn't say that. Lee did.
Okay, so now we'll put these on the little one.
So why don't the manufacturers make one crimper and you just have things you interchange?
That's a good idea, but you know how big that would actually be?
Oh, it just has snap in. You just got to have the additional tumblers
Hmm.
to it. But if you could sell 5 crimpers, would you rather do that than selling 1 crimper with accessories?
Yeah, I guess so.
If you're selling them, it just depends whose corner you're in.
Yeah. Oh, golly. All right. All right, didn't take long to do those. Okay, so now I gotta make that bud.
Thanks for joining, Gail. Said she has to say goodbye. It's got 8 boys.
Good night. Thank
Said, I'm
you.
looking forward to seeing the finished layout.
All right, I'm gonna take this bigger one that looks like the lemon, and we're gonna make a little bud. I'm gonna trace the whole thing. But when I get to the bottom part, we'll make a little greenery.
You know, it's possible, Brenda. She said, Lee, you can create one of those and make some money.
He used to be a machinist, so.
Yeah, in fact, if I did, I wouldn't have just 5. You could have 10 or 15 tumblers.
I'll never forget when Quick Cuts came out with that revolution, and I told my son, I said, look what I got. He goes, what did you pay for that? He says, I could have made them in shop class. And it's like, well, you're a little late now, dude. So, all right, I'm going to use my vellum, and I'm going to make one more blossom for these that stick out. Kink of my finger. Okay, there's that one. Then I got to do this one.
It really can hurt too, can't they?
I know they do. Okay. And then we're going to do this one.
The fingers goes opposite of all the rest of them. Yeah, is it natural?
Okay, so we just have that one. Oh, I could do buds on those other ones. Oh, wait, I can do them later. We'll just get these done so you guys can see how this works. This one. What is that noise?
It's an air conditioner getting ready to go out.
Well, that's not funny. Don't even say that. And it doesn't have to follow the line. Like I said, I'll make this a little more pointy. I don't want it all round. Give it another bit of a look. Let's get it there. This one. I'm gonna get some green on it.
And I'll guarantee you, when you guys see the final layout that she'll probably finish up after we're done, you'll be pretty amazed at how it comes out.
Oh, he's just saying that because he's biased.
No, I'm pretty tough on you at times.
Yeah. Okay, one more here. And then I'm going to do some of the green and then we'll put it together so you guys can see how the layering of the details is kind of fun. Okay, let me ink these. And I'm not going to get too specific, just going to get a little bit there. Here. A little bit here. Okay, now the glitter ones, you want to just dab it. You don't want to flick it all because it'll just get glitter on your dauber and all over everything else. I only have to do part of this.
Dolores says, watching you on top of your scrapbook spread, mine would be full of oopsies. Seems like I'm an oopsie magnet.
Oh, I have those moments too. Believe me, I do. Okay, this around. And this one.
It's like Linda says, you just sometimes got to add another layer or ink it a little bit more. Or...
Yep. Okay, so I am going to go back here and touch those up. I'm going to do this one. Okay, let's put these together so you can see. Oh, I better do the green first. Go back to my there. Oh, green. There it is. Wait, what's the background? There, I see now. Okay, we're going to use this. I'm just going to do the greenery of the flowers. Okay.
And there's nothing underneath there that you need.
Nope. So this one only goes part way. Like this. 1, 2, 3. That one's done. This one. I just have to do this one. Right there. There. And then close it. Just do a rough cut there. All right. Then I'll put these together. I admire Susan taking and cutting her layouts in 3 different sections. Like she does design, and then she'll go back, do some of the details, and then when she gets to the PJ Playdate, she hasn't got much left to do. Just put it together. It would take me at least 2 crop and talks if I did that. I couldn't do that. Okay, that one. Oh, that was up here. And this one. Let me cut it out a little bit easier. Okay. I have tiny scissors and something like that is a lot easier. But these do work. You just got to be persistent. Okay, and that one goes there. Now, I guess I better ink it. And then we're going to assemble some of it. Oh, I forgot the bud. I got to do a little piece for the bud. We'll get these put together and I'll do the bud and then we'll see where we're at and I'll show you what I'm going to finish it with on the details and then we'll let you guys go. All right, let's start with this one. Might be easier if I do it on a nasty mat. You can actually see it. Okay, so we're going to work on this one. Got my glue press. So I'm going to start here. Come on. Getting empty, I think. Well, you know what worked just before we started? Here we go. Okay, just a little bit. I'm going to put the vellum a little bit lower. Oops, oops. A little bit lower than the cream. And I'm going to take the glittery one and put it on next. Put it a little lower. And then we're going to take this piece, right one. There we go. I think it's this. Make sure I got them all. Uh-oh. There it is. Yeah. It's this one. Okay, some little blue here. Put the green for the bottom of it. So, okay, let's do this next one. A little bit at the bottom. Okay. This one. The green piece. Just hold it there a minute. Okay, let me do the bud. We're going to go ahead and put it on. Our little bud piece. So, then I'm going to take my template. Just like this, we'll make a little green piece. So we go to the back of the template, trace it up. Or if you want, you can trace the whole thing. And then just cut off what you need. And I think, let's do it a split. You know how a rosebud, it splits? Let's do that. Okay, so there's our bud. And let's just notch it here. Notch it here. See if that's big enough or small enough. And let's go just a little more. Go a little more deeper. I remember watching my mom make cakes and the frosting, the way she designed the little roses and the little buds. And it was just amazing to me how she could do all that. We'll have it going that way. Or do I want it to go this way? Oh, let's go that way. That's kind of cool. All right, split. Twist it a little. Oops. All right, you stick there. Sometimes between glitter paper and burlap, sometimes it takes a little more glue. That's better. Okay. You see that? Can you see it on the screen, Lee? And then I'll go back and make the little leaves and layer it up out of the same green. So now let's do this. And we're going to cross here. So we got a place to put our vellum. This way. And I'm utilizing the background paper as a layer. We're going to do this one. Down just a little lower. So I get that look. This piece on. Woo. If you don't have long nails, you can use tweezers too. Those work really well. All right, so there's that one. Now, let's do these flowers. Make sure you get the right one. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to eschew it so I can take use of, remind me to fill this up.
I grab the Elmer's if you
No, don't want the Elmer's. Okay. There it is.
Worst comes to worst, those can always pop them too if you want.
Yeah, you can always pop it too, but I'm gonna leave it flat tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna go back, make a bud there and make a bud there. But now for the inside of this, let me grab my hole punch. Oh, here, we'll use this. Okay. So to make the inside, you can use a hole punch, or if you want to, there's that pretty little flower, right? Let's make a flower center out of it. Go around the 3 humps. Flip your template and make 3 more humps.
And do the other side.
There we go. That's all we need right there. And you know the old saying, there's perfection in the imperfection? That's what these are. They don't have to be perfect. You want the round ones, you can do that. If you want to do this in a different color, you can. This gives you a little pattern for your flower center. Ink it up. Now let's go ahead and pop those with 0.4. Did I drop something? What was it?
No idea.
I don't think it's a template. I think we're good there. All right, 0.4.
Okay, lost one here.
Oh, my dauber top came out of the box. It's the dark one.
Did this go in the box?
Yep, just throw it in the box. Okay, so there's one. Might make it a little bit smaller. Let's go down this. That one's okay. I'm going to make that one just a tad smaller. If you feel brave enough and you just want to cut a flower center, see how that might work. And just do a little free cut. Oop. Doesn't have to be perfect. Perfection in the imperfection. This would be right up Gail's aisle because she does out of the box creating. And what I would think would be the hard way, she makes it easy peasy. So these don't have to be identical. You can make one big, one small. Okay. You can leave it like that if you want to, but you see the variances of it. It actually gives it definition. All right, now we're going to take this one. Remember that blue vellum and that yellow vellum? I love this punch. It's a medium snowflake punch. But it sure does look like stamens. All right, there's our yellow. I'm going to do the blue. Now, big question. Do you want blue over the yellow or yellow over the blue? I think yellow over the blue. They got that fan blowing on now, Lee. It's blowing all my stuff. 21. I lost one of these. Yeah, I know. You can leave it. I'll get it after we're done.
Wastebasket.
Yeah, I lost one of these. It blew off. So keep your eye open. It's not a big deal. I can make another one, but just so Gracie don't get it. Okay, there's that one.
So looking for.
It's the punch, the snowflake punch, stamen, whatever you want to call it. It's okay. Just punch another one. We'll find it. She won't bother right now. Okay, blue. See what it looked like with yellow over blue. We went the other way. Oh, that's kind of cool too. We'll do one way and one the other. Why not? Let's see what happens. Did you see it?
Nope, just a piece of fuzz.
It's a piece of fuzz. I love it. There we go. Two different ones. And then you just take a gem or something tiny, even another little flower. I think you can do this. Oh, he's coming up. All right, we'll put this one on. These are wonderful. These are by Little Birdie. They're different shapes, different sizes. Let's go with the tiny ones. There's one. There's two. Oops. Okay. Then I'll just go back and, like I said, do buds and do the leaves. We'll do the same thing on this side with this one. This one, a little different. Let's take the blue one. And we can stick it part way under like that. So that just a little bit shows out from the bottom. Very nice, like that one. Let's do one more for the other one. Well, let's do a yellow. See what happens. Let's put the yellow. Nope, I think I'm gonna put the blue. Oh, there's that other one right there. Good, we don't have to worry about it. The lost has been found. No, when you walked away, oh, the stuff started blowing. My wastebasket went over.
Yeah, I see blows pretty good.
Yeah.
Freezing over here with it blowing, but
Well, you can turn it off.
she's enjoying it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's kind of pick this up.
So Donna Rogers wants to know where did you get that punch?
You can get it on Amazon. It's called the Medium Snowflake Punch-a-Bunch is what it's from. Punch-a-Bunch. And it's a medium snowflake.
I think Susan even listed once.
Yeah, if you look on, if you look at the Kiwi Lane, oh, Gail was here. She got me with what it's called. But there's recommendations that Kiwi Lane has, and that happens to be one of them.
But that's where you got yours is at Amazon.
Yes.
Bunch.
Yes.
It's actually a snowflake, but it works great for a flower statement.
It's that one. And then there's this one. I'm sure, yep, there it is. I see. Like I said, I need to put the leaves on yet. I'll put her name and the date here. I think that's it, guys. And I'll be doing some doodle work. Oh, on these. I didn't show you those. Shoot. Okay, here we go. I know there was something else.
Dolores said that Kiwi Lane's Amazon store has it.
There you go. So I don't know if you are familiar with Uniquely Creative. These are fantastic. I'm going to pull the flowery looking ones out. I got these over here at the Ringgold, Georgia I Scrap On. But they're just little lacy things. There's this one. Just want to decorate the inside. See what this one looks like. I think I like that one. This is going to be a little too big.
Kind of mini doily type of things. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the littler ones. Okay. So I'm just going to put those on the side. Put that one there to pick that up. We got one here, here, and one there. Get one that's kind of flat. There we go. Okay. And that's it. Just go back, do some doodle work. I may put something else in there. Don't know yet, but I need to finish the leaves, do a few more buds so that they all look like this. And it's done. So anybody got any questions on anything? It's real simple, easy peasy. Just do the 5 steps. Design, trace, cut, ink, replace. Okay? And
So it's really pretty.
well, thank you. I will get it finished up and get it to Abby and get it posted so y'all can see it when it's finished. So I guess I'm gonna put these. I've got these gold balls. I'm gonna put those in the middle of the flowers. So just from Paper Studio, I'll be in my stash. So, all right, guys. Well, we appreciate you being with us, and we made it 9:03 on the clock, so we made it to 2 hours. All right. Well, don't forget, tomorrow is Mary's. She's going to be showing you some things on what she did for her layout this month. And then Friday, I believe it's next Friday night, or is it this Friday night? Maybe this Friday night, the PJ play date where Susan
pushed out from last.
Yes, because Susan's going to complete the rest of her layout. So make sure you watch out for that. If you have any other questions, feel free to email Kiwi Lane at support@kiwilane.com. And I guess that's it. So we appreciate you guys, and we will see you next month. You guys are going to love the templates and the kit next month. But remember, if you want this one, you can still sign up, and you can receive this one. You're going to love it. Kiwi Lane does a great job with all of their designs and their templates. So, all right. Have a great evening, everybody. We'll see you later. Happy scrapping.